Okay, and here are the nominees for Best Edited Documentary Feature Film in 2017.
Cries from Syria, Aaron I. Butler. Jane, Joe Beshenkovsky, ACE. Wills Naderic, Brett Morgan. Joan Didion, The Center Will Not Hold, Ann Collins. LA 92, TJ Martin, Scott Stevenson, Dan Lindsay.
Okay, and the Eddie goes to Joe Beshenkovsky, Will Zenderek, and Brett Morgan for Jane.
While we're waiting for them to come up, I want to thank Ace and everybody here who voted. Obviously, that's awesome.
Get the hell out of here, Will. I am Joe. Thank you. Eat it. Get out of here. I just want to speak from a personal place. I remember when I was invited into ACE, it was a big deal for me, so I'm so humbled and appreciative to be in this room. I wrote down some names. Just want to thank, we had a small army of people helping out for this film, all the footage and all the chimps, and just the state of that footage. So our lead AE, Clark Harris, Antonia de Barros, she's another AE, Erica Tavera, Josh Johnson, who did the first pass on sound and was kind of our resident chimp expert, Stefan Nadelman, who did the graphics, Sarah Jo Walansky, and a whole army of interns and some other AEs. Of course, my wife, Francesca, and our little baby, who was waiting for this thing to be done. So that's my round. I just want to thank everybody that was involved in this film and who supported it. Thanks.
It's an honor to stand on stage next to these two extraordinary gentlemen. What Joe Beshenkovsky had to endure to make this film was both mind-boggling and completely inspiring to witness. I made films like The Kid Stays in the Picture and Montage of Heck, in which there was virtually no footage, and films like Chicago 10, where we had thousands of hours of material. But Jane presented us with the most unique set of circumstances. We were handed an initial batch of 150 hours of completely random shots with no notes or sound. There were no dailies to help guide us, nor script notes to lead us. In order to construct a singular moment, Joe and Will were forced to scan through 150 hours to find corresponding shots. To make a single cut could take upwards of a week. To make matters worse, our inventory would eventually grow to nearly 1,500 hours of MOS shots. What Joe and his team accomplished was nothing short of a miracle, and as his co-editor, and more importantly, the film's director and producer, I'm thrilled for Joe and Will for this well-deserved honor. We'd like to thank National Geographic, and in particular, Courtney Monroe, Tim Pastor, and Jeff Hassler for supporting us every step of the way. When we needed an extra year of editing, they gave it to us. When we needed an extra 2.5 months on a mixing stage, they gave it to us. And when we asked for a table tonight for our family, they give us 3 seats. I'd like to thank Will for coming in to support our film during a very intense period last year while we were racing to complete it. His stewardship carried us through turbulent waters. And I'd like to thank our co-executive producer, my partner, Deborah Eisenstadt, whose wisdom and humility allowed me to better understand Jane. And of course, we'd like to thank ACE. Over the course of the past 15 years, you've nominated 4 of my theatrical films. I feel like you understand and have supported my work more than any organization in this town. And for that, I'm truly grateful. In closing, I'd just like to add this one thought. When we started this film, we thought it was important to make a movie about a strong, powerful woman, a real-life Wonder Woman, for we felt there was an absence of female role models, and it was important for our daughters to have someone to look up to. In light of recent events, I'd like to say that it is of equal importance for young boys to see strong female role models on screen so they can grow up within a culture of respect and appreciation. Thank you for this amazing honor and for your continued support. Thank you very much.